What the fuck is up, everybody? It is Friday night, and you know that means another UFCD presented by motherfucking Brooklyn Menace, killing it in Studio 17. I'm joined here on the pre-show with my homie fucking Run Bun. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. What's going on? Tonight's going to be a good one.
It is going to be a good one. You know, I've been listening to these albums like back and forth a little bit today just to do a little refresher.
Yeah.
And man, I'm telling you, when it comes down to the end of these albums, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be a close one. I'm looking forward to this one. Forgotten Freshness 1 and 2. You know, we're going with the double album that was packaged in 98.
Yeah.
And this was probably the second or third album that I bought from ICP when I first got into them.
Yeah.
And there's so much classic stuff on here, stuff that definitely could have made Joker's cards without a doubt.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, when Volume 1 and 2 came out, it had all that rare shit that you hadn't heard before.
Right.
I mean, you had like fucking Shaggy 2 Dope's Fuck Off EP is in its entirety between these two discs.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, there's some rarities from Great Malenko, which fucking Brooklyn is cutting tonight. I'm not very happy about, but that's all right.
Got to do it. Volume 1 has 10 tracks. Volume 2 has 12 songs.
Yeah.
And the ones that they're cutting from Volume 2 are Hocus Pocus, the Headhunters remix, and Piggy's Pie Old School, because Great Malenko was already eliminated from the UFCD tournament.
And you know what?
No Malenko tracks will be considered.
I'm okay with them cutting the Headhunters remix because I fucking hate that remix. I hate it. I don't like it. I always cringed when I heard it because I heard the original off the Malenko album. So, you know, compared to the Malenko official version, the Headhunters remix sucked to me.
You know? I don't mind the remix. The original is obviously better. You know, it's the first one I heard as well. But I don't mind the remix. And I always thought it was weird that they went with the remix to do the video.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
That was a fucking dope-ass video. You had Twisted in Misery in there and shit.
Yeah, that's where my hostility comes from. Because they chose that. The song, I love the Malenko version. You know, I know they released like, 3 different versions on singles of Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
The Jason Nevins remixes. There's like an orange, a green, and a blue. Okay. I don't have any of those singles actually, but
me either.
This is one of those versions. So you know.
Yeah, I see in the chat, Joker's Gallery says Piggy Pie, Forgotten Freshness over Great Malenko. I would agree with that. I like the old school Piggy Pie with the original lyrics.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's just so much more like just raw and ruthless.
I mean, anybody who follows me on Instagram, I did an animation strictly for Shaggy's verse off of Piggy Pie Old School version. You know, that should have been on the original album. I mean, you know, it is what it is where it is now, but
right.
Piggy Pie
I believe
Old School version is superior.
I believe that they performed the old school version in concert over the one that's on Great Malenko as well. I feel like I've heard them perform that more than the original version. I could be wrong though.
No, you're probably right. I mean, man, the fucking old school version. I drive a Volkswagen Bug 17 deep, packed full of juggalos, lights out, and we creep. Fuck, man, for real.
So fire.
Such a good fucking track.
Yeah.
But it's not on tonight. It's not on.
Nope.
Go ahead, bro.
Which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Got to take out a couple tracks. So, yeah, I'm going to keep score again like we do every week. I'm going to keep track of your score. We'll tally it up at the end.
All right, we'll do that. Okay, but hold on.
Okay.
Because a lot of motherfuckers out there are new to this shit. or they're old school, but they still don't know about this shit. Forgotten Freshness was originally released as Forgotten Freshness Volume 1, which
It was
is
just
not
Forgotten
the
Freshness. It
same.
wasn't even a volume.
Right. It wasn't, yeah, it wasn't a volume. It was the original Forgotten Freshness. And it featured a lot of tracks that are not on Volume 1 and 2. Such as, you know, I had to cue this one up. I had to cue it up. Hold on. Brooklyn, I hope you don't get a strike for this, but I'm going to play a second of it.
This shit is classic.
Yeah, that wasn't on this one. That's not on here. And that's not on fucking anything as far as I know.
Except for that Forgotten Freshness.
Except OG Forgotten Freshness.
Well, that's such a classic song. That's Violent J fucking just, oh man, I love that song. So funny.
That was an awesome time period for me because I DJ'd music at a bowling alley. Okay, just bear with me. I live in the Midwest. Okay.
Yep.
I was a DJ at a bowling alley, and the track "Strokin'" by Clarence Carter, people would request all the time. You know, drunk bitches just love stroking that song. So when I heard ICP did their take, I was like, And this is one of the earliest tracks of ICP I ever heard, you know? So, yeah, I fucking love Ask You Something. I really wish it was on something more than a forgotten album. But look it up. It's on YouTube. You can find it. The fucking song in its entirety. Ask You Something. ICP.
I be fucking. So dope.
Yeah,
I love that fucking song. All right.
You know, I mean, other than that, they had a few Inner City Posse tracks on there.
Ghetto Zone, Life at Risk.
Yeah, Ghetto Zone, Life at Risk. I don't want to pull the track list up again. I just saw it, but you know what? Fuck you. We're going to get into the fucking meat here.
The meat and potatoes battle. Volume 1 versus Volume 2. Classic fucking album.
It is.
I got my hard copy right here, of course. And I love the one thing about the Forgotten Freshness I think we should talk about real quick is the booklets for Forgotten Freshness, where you get all the old school photo shoots, pictures that you probably haven't seen before, and then like what the songs were intended for, you know, when they were recorded and all that good stuff. And then they got, you know, kind of like a little history of ICP breakdown in the booklet, kind of like a little biography of ICP, if you want, you know, probably for all the new juggalos that got down during the Great Malenko era. I've always loved the Forgotten Freshness booklets.
Yeah, it was a great booklet. And you know what's funny? I'm missing the booklet at this moment.
Oh, damn.
I have a feeling it's in a CD case somewhere.
Yep.
Where I used to house my CDs.
Right.
This is like the third or fourth copy I've bought of this album.
Oh, yeah. You know? I used to have this on cassette. I've probably bought it 2 or 3 times on CD.
Yeah, I mean, this album was really one of them albums back in the day. If you were introduced to this album, you were going to get into ICP, you know?
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, whether you liked it or not, whether you heard different, like the mainstream shit off of Malenko, this really had a lot of catchers there, you know?
Oh, for sure. Like I said, a lot of stuff on here definitely could have made Joker's cards, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just great classic shit from ICP on here.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right, you ready to break this down track by track?
Yeah, let's do it. We can get into more stories as we go through the tracks.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Off Volume 1, the first track, Hey Vato. up against Mr. Johnson's Head remix. Now, for me, Hey Vato, I believe, was a very early version of what eventually became Wagon Wagon, if I remember correctly. They had recorded some track, got lost, re-recorded, it became Hey Vato, and then it ultimately transformed somehow into Wagon Wagon, if my memory serves me right. And then you got Mr. Johnson's Head remix, which I prefer over the original. It's just so much more darker, grimier, and it's such a classic ICP song. Even the one on Ringmaster, just classic ICP storytelling from Violent J.
I'm telling you, if one song sticks into my head, like from when I first heard of ICP, it was Mr. Johnson's Head off of Ringmaster.
Yep.
And I remember my girlfriend back in the day would play that track for me, and I would kind of hear it. I would know the lyrics, but not that I was paying attention to it. It was just like another band that I was listening to at that time, because I was listening to like Manson and Korn and Tool and Prong and Prodigy and like just all that shit during that era. And my girlfriend at the time, she was listening to Ringmaster, and Mr. Johnson's Head was like one of her favorite tracks. And I was kind of like, yeah, it's not bad, but I'm not going to really fuck with it at this point,
Yeah.
But when I heard it on here, of course, I wasn't with her anymore, and, shit had changed. But holy shit, man. The remix on this album, it just seems so much darker. It seems so much more focused as to what the intent of the song was going to be.
Yeah.
And I hear it in that song, Scott, Scott, Scott. They say my fucking name all the fucking time in that song, and I just hear it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I love that fucking song, for real.
Yeah, it's so good. It was definitely executed much better than the original.
Yeah.
So my vote for the first track, I love Hey Vato. It's like pretty much every song on both these albums are just classic shit. So I won't keep beating that into the ground all night. But if I had to pick, I'll probably go Mr. Johnson's Head, just because it's so fucking grimy.
Man, this is tough, because fucking Hey Vato is such a fucking good song. Just even thinking about the chorus, Hey Vato, never come around.
I bet you don't know.
Vato. Oh fuck, man. I love Mr. Johnson's Head remix like immensely. I got to go with, fuck, man, this is hard already. Fucking track one. God damn it.
It is. It's tough. Hey, bitch boy. You down with the clown, bitch boy?
Right, exactly.
The intro to Hey Vato, I love that shit.
No disrespect to Hey Vato, but Mr. Johnson's Head remix, I got to go with that shit.
It's just grimier. It's classic.
It is so good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Johnson's Head takes that one. Up next, we got off Volume 1, Dead Pumpkins. I believe that was the very first Hollow Wicked single, going up against Clown Love off Shaggy 2 Dope's Fuck Off EP. God damn. Two classic tracks right here. Classic Hollow Wicked, and then classic Shaggy 2 Dope solo stuff off his EP. I like Clown Love because it's like that gangster shit. Gangsters banging, nut straight hanging.
Always straight banging.
Oh
yeah.
When he performed that shit live, that beat is Mikey Clark killed that beat too.
Fuck yeah, man.
I fucking love that track. But Dead Pumpkins, again, great storytelling by Violent J. One of the best storytellers in hip hop, period. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah. For real.
But if I have to pick, I gotta go, because that Fuck Off EP is just so classic. Shaggy got to get his shine on for a few tracks. So I'm gonna go with Clown Love on that one.
Dude, straight up, I gotta go with Clown Love too. I love Dead Pumpkins. And it's gonna be. This is one of them things that I feel the holiday tracks are gonna be tough.
Yep.
Because I feel they belong with holiday music.
Right.
In the underground, like Santa's Fat Bitch and Red Christmas and Dead Pumpkins and Halloween on Military Street. I feel those all kind of belong to a versus other Halloween tracks,
Yeah. And
So
they're all like classic songs though.
absolutely. And I'm not downplaying that at all, but
Right.
this track, Clown Love, solo Shaggy track, fucking
Mikey
takes
Clark
over.
on the beat. Oh, you fucking
Absolutely,
killed
man.
that beat.
Absolutely.
All right. Clown Love takes that one. Up next off volume 1, we got Fat Sweaty Betty going up against Red Christmas.
Too fucking easy, man. And I just explained why.
Right.
Go ahead.
I love Red Christmas. Is that I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to differentiate between Santa's a Fat Bitch and Red Christmas.
Silent Night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Red Christmas. I'm gonna go Fat Sweaty Betty on this. I do like the Christmas tracks, don't get me wrong, but they're probably the weaker tracks on both these albums.
Yeah.
But they're still classic. But as far as the rest of the songs on these albums, I would probably say that they're weaker. Fat Sweaty Betty is just
classic.
So wrong, so fucked up, hilarious.
Fuck yeah, man. Fat Sweaty Betty was like nothing you ever heard of at that point in your life, right? There was no other songs about that subject matter. Fat Sweaty Betty. Right. The bitch ain't nothing new. Her mom's used to babysit back when
he was 2.
Yeah. Dude, that fucking song is so awesome. And the celluloid bubble mix later on.
Oh, yeah, the celluloid bubble mix is fresh, too.
Dude, Fat Sweaty Betty is classic ICP. I mean, a lot of people who don't fuck with ICP nowadays remember that track still,
Oh, absolutely.
Like, remember that track, Fat Sweaty Betty? I used to sing that. But Red Christmas, I do like that song for a Christmas song. I love it better than fucking Silent Night. Like, by
Hans Christian, for sure, without a doubt.
Whatever. But, Fat Sweaty Betty, definitely I got to go with because, man, y'all knew someone like that in high school, right? Right?
Right.
They were there.
Yep. So I'm giving my vote to Fat Sweaty Betty. Just classic shit from ICP.
Yeah, easy.
Yes, sir. I just want to thank everybody that's tuned into the pre-show UFCD right now. The live event's going down at 11 o'clock or 10:50 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
All right. And we're talking about Forgotten Freshness Volume 1 against Volume 2. Up next, we got Willie Bubba going up against House of Wonders. This is hard. This is fucking hard.
This one is definitely fucking hard, dude.
Who kicked Willie Bubba's ass? I did. Did you do it right here in the class? Sure did. Classic.
And House of Wonders. Carnival sound, carnival ground.
Yes. I love the beat on there.
Oh, another freak show from the
Juggalo. Yeah.
And both of these. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Willie Bubba, I believe that was Ringmaster era. And then House of Wonders was originally intended for Great Malenko. And Great Malenko is like my all-time favorite album from anybody, any genre ever. Like, if I can only have one album, that's the album. But I don't know if House of Wonders beats Willie Bubba. That's fucking tough.
The whole story of Willie Bubba is hilarious.
Yes.
The whole fucking shit Violent J does. I'm Jimmy, I'm not dead.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit, man.
Well, that was I Didn't Mean to Kill Him.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck am I thinking?
Yep.
Oh, we're getting there.
Yes, we are. Bubba. It's a few tracks away.
God damn it.
Yeah, Willie Bubba. They're talking about beating down the kid kid in
Right. Who
school.
kicked Willie Bubba's ass? I did. Didn't
Yep.
do it right here in the class. Sure did.
Me, I'm probably gonna go Willie Bubba on this one. I love House of Wonders, but Willie Bubba is it's so dope.
Willie Bubba hubba dubba dill hubba dubba dubba dilly. Tell me why you talk so silly,
Really, bitch.
bitch.
Yep.
I fucking love Willie Bubba. House of Wonders. I'm going with House of Wonders because it delves more into the Dark Carnival mythology.
Yes.
As kind of a sideshow track, you know.
Yep.
Talking about, man.
It follows the theme of like the House of Mirrors they had, the House of Horrors, all that shit.
The subject matter in that song was a lot deeper, I felt, and I think it really is a Dark Carnival track,
Yep.
And so I got to go with House of Wonders for real.
All right.
Willie Bubba definitely is there too, though,
Yeah. To me, I love House of Wonders, but it does sound like an unfinished track to me as well. If you listen to it, it sounds like they didn't fully complete that song. Like there's something missing from it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But still a great classic song. Do not get me wrong.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, up next, we got off Volume 1, Graveyard with Project Born going up against Mr. Rotten Treats. Ooh, Graveyard, which was on Project Born's EP, Born Dead, which...
Okay, I have a question. Was Project Born's EP released before this album?
Born Dead came out in 94.
So Graveyard had been there.
Oh, yeah.
This was another way for Project Born to get exposure. Because a lot of
Project Born had already been dropped from the label at that point, though.
See, I wasn't around back then.
Yeah.
Or even thought about that, really,
Yep.
I was just thinking that because that track, I put 1 and 2 on shuffle and listened to it. And Graveyard came on, and I was like, yeah, this fucking track was like one of the major selling points of this album, okay? And
when this album came out, for anybody that was not in the Detroit, Michigan area, whatever, Midwest area, where ICP was already popular, Project Born, people were like, who the fuck is Project Born? And then when you read the notes and it was like, whoa, there was a group, this group Project Born was signed to Psychopathic at some point. And it's such a dope song. I love Graveyard.
I love fucking Graveyard, dude, for real. Going up against Mr. Rotten Treats, holy fuck, man.
Mr. Rotten Treats, the second ever Hollow Wicked single that they gave out. Classic storytelling from Violent J again. They don't want me to tell this story, but I'm going to tell it. Well, don't do that, Jay. No, shut up, bitch. I'm going to tell it. Like, Graveyard is so dope.
That's what
ICP took Project Born kind of into their world for Graveyard. Because if you listen to that Project Born EP, Project Born is just, kind of your average, rap group, rapid street shit. But then ICP brought him in to their kind of world, to talking horror shit, for Graveyard. But Mr. Rotten Treats, so classic. I have to go Mr. Rotten Treats on that one.
I have to go with Graveyard just because looking back nowadays, I guess, that was the fucking initial track that caught my eye to fucking Project Born. And I love Project Born. And, I'm fairly good friends with Chris Polk, Polk Frost, and Frank Nitti. And seeing that they're still doing shit, they're still riding the fucking wave,
Yeah, they just got Born Dead 3 last year, right?
Yes. They had just had Born Dead 3, 2 tracks with ICP, 1 with fucking Ouija Mac, 1 with your fucking favorite Blase Rose. Well, I think it was the same track, actually. Blase Rose and Ouija Mac, right?
I never got a chance to check out Born Dead 3 yet. I heard it was really good though.
It was really good. But I think Great Man, Tick to the Top. Mr. Rotten Treats, Graveyard. I got to go with Graveyard just because that was my introduction to some great friendships, basically.
Yep.
You know,
Not mad at that at all.
I mean, because if I never heard that song, I'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Right.
You know?
Who the fuck is Project Born?
Who are you? I know who you guys are, basically from this track.
Side note: Project Born recently re-released their album "Crap or Natural."
Yes.
From '95, and that album is fucking dope. That shit is banging.
It's awesome, man. It like really envelops that whole fucking time period.
Yep. It really reminds me of like the early Dayton Family stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that album. So dope.
It's a great fucking album. Absolutely.
All right. Up next, off Volume 1, we got Shaggy 2 Dope Solo, the title track off his Fuck Off EP, going up against another solo Shaggy song, I'm Not Alone, which was originally, I believe I'm Not Alone was intended for a full-length Shaggy album that never happened.
Yeah.
So we got Fuck Off versus I'm Not Alone. To me, this is the easy one. Fuck Off. Classic.
Man, I have such great memories of this song. And, you know, people want to reminisce about certain songs and be like, you know, yeah, I remember where I was when I heard this song. I was with my significant other, and, you know, we had such great memories during this time period. During this time period, when I first heard this track, it was, what year is it? 2020?
What song are you talking about?
Fuck Off.
The original, his EP came out in '94, I think.
Staying on this album.
98.
Yeah, when I first heard this was in 98, and it was on this album.
Yep.
I had a very good friend who was starting to get me into ICP, and he's like, you got to hear this track right here.
Yeah.
You know, I had heard a few other tracks by ICP, you know, and I listened to them like, yeah, it's not bad, you know.
Right.
And then he played Fuck Off.
Classic.
Fucking Shaggy. All he want to be is a fat fucking slob. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all bitches. Shut the fuck up and drop your britches.
Right.
Holy God, man. When I heard that song, I was like, I need to hear more, man.
Suck my nuts, bitch. Fuck you.
Absolutely, man. That whole fucking track, like, totally embodied I think I was 20 years old at that point. Right?
Yep.
In 98? I don't know. No, I was like 19 years old, but I was around 18, 19, 20, something around there, you know? So that fucking track I was very receptive to it, I gotta say, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah. I just want to make a correction. I said that I'm Not Alone was intended for a Shaggy solo LP. I looked at the booklet. It was actually the other track that was on the Fuck Off EP. So this is two Fuck Off EP songs going up against each other.
Right.
Because there's another track that we're going to get to here, which was intended for a solo Shaggy LP back in the mid 90s that never happened.
Well, we'll get to that here soon.
Yep. My vote.
But I do gotta say.
Go ahead.
I do have a little story here. I know we only have 15 minutes left, but we're getting there. But I feel like I need to address this. You know, one of the main influencers who got me into ICP, he actually passed away 2 months ago.
Damn. Rest.
And he was younger than I was. I was friends with him for quite a bit. He struggled with asthma really bad. And he was very depressed because he just had a really rough time growing up. And I saw him, I took him to the ER a few times throughout the years. His parents were not there for him, and this is one of the guys that like got me into ICP. And he passed away a couple months ago. And one of my distinct memories is him having me listen to the Fuck Off track.
Yeah.
And I just reminisce about riding around in my car. I had some fucking beat up 6x9s in the back of my fucking whip.
Yeah.
Bumping Fuck Off. And just, remembering that time,
Oh, yeah.
So definitely Fuck Off. Like, it will all, it's weird to say, but Fuck Off will always have a special place in my heart.
That's great.
Just because of that memory,
Yep. That's awesome. I'm sorry to hear about your loss. Rest in peace to your homie.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, off volume 1, we got I Didn't Mean to Kill Him. Classic storytelling from Jay yet again. Going up against $85 an hour with Twisted. I don't know about you, but this was the first time I heard Twisted. And I love $85 an hour. It's just a fun track. It's them fucking around in the studio, making a song as fast as they possibly can for $85. But you got I Didn't Mean to Kill Him. Violent J talking about killing Jimmy, poor Jimmy. Seems like Jimmy was a victim a lot in ICP songs.
Yeah, Jimmy, definitely, man. Yeah, and I was preluding to that fucking earlier because I was like ready for this track. I was like, oh my God! I fucking killed Jimmy! I didn't mean to kill him. But yeah, $85 an hour. But I feel like this would be more suitable as Twisted. I don't know. The release on Forgotten Freshness with that Twisted track, because I think I had heard Most Tasteless already.
Okay.
At that point. So hearing it on Forgotten Freshness was kind of overkill for me.
Okay.
So I love the fucking song. I can recite every word of it. I love that track. I love the way they fucking did that fucking beat. But I will say,
the prank phone call.
Violent J's very end verse stole that fucking track for me.
Violent J, back to make you smile more. I let my nutsack drag on the tile floor.
I kick freestyles 4 miles. My gold comes in piles.
Yeah.
I worked dumbbell aisle. I picked up deer shit. And
now
I spit
raps.
That's it, man. I love that track for that,
Right.
I didn't mean to kill him. Great fucking storytelling by fucking Violent J. That is one of the greatest. I don't know. For me, anyway. I love it because when I hear that song, I see a movie in my head. I'm picturing this girl in the hospital. Oh my God!
Right.
I picture it.
Right.
There's such a picture painted there. I love it.
I love it. I didn't mean to kill him. Listen to me. Wait, I was talking to a fine ass skank.
yeah, for real.
I'm gonna go with I Didn't Mean to Kill Him. I love $85 an hour, classic shit off Most Tasteless. But I Didn't Mean to Kill Him is just great storytelling again. And the way they do they break it down in between each verse with the people screaming, "You killed Jimmy!" and all that. Just for that, I gotta go with I Didn't Mean to Kill Him. I love that song.
It's very catchy.
It is.
I didn't mean to kill him, baby. Didn't mean to kill him, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you going with I Didn't Mean to Kill Him?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. It's a close one. Up next, we got the Southwest Strangler, which was the song I was talking about a few minutes ago that was originally intended for a solo Shaggy LP that never happened, going up against Halloween on Military Street. Halloween on Military Street is a top 5 ICP song for me ever, period. Not much is going to beat it. And Southwest Strangler definitely ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Halloween on Military Street is Violent J talking about trick-or-treating on Military Street, coming across all these characters.
Yeah.
The way the song ends, you know, happy Halloween and clown love to the whole city. Like,
damn
love it.
And the Halloween people on military know what this means.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. I mean, Southwest Strangler, I that was kind of one of the ones, the Shaggy tracks. I don't know. It was okay. It was kind of slow and drug out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I appreciate it for what it was, but it's not really a standout solo track for Shaggy by any means.
No, it's not. I'd say it's one of his weaker solo tracks, and definitely one of the weaker tracks on Forgotten Freshness. Still a dope track, but it just
it's a dope track, and I like the chorus. Hey lady, come here. Hey lady, come here. I like that, all that shit.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, I like that Shaggy is referenced as the Southwest Strangler. I've appreciated that and all that shit.
Yeah.
But song itself, I don't know. Let's get a fucking Southwest Strangler 2020 version, you know?
Yeah.
Remix
Absolutely.
it. Do something new for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So Halloween on Military for you as well.
Yep.
All right. We got it all tied up. It's going back and forth here. Up next, we got off Volume 1, Santa's a Fat Bitch, which is my preferred Christmas track for ICP. Love this song. Yeah. Going up against Dog Beats, Inner City Posse, John Kick Jazz, Too Dope, and Violent J. Rest in peace, John Kick Jazz. Classic shit. I love the sample on Dog Beats. I like that they kind of censor themselves with the swears. There's no swears on this song.
Yeah.
But Santa's a fat bitch. Santa Claus, suck my balls.
Drunk as hell, ringing bells at the malls.
Yeah. It's classic. But for me personally, I like that Inner City Posse shit. You know, that's when they were still doing kind of the gang shit, you know? And I think it's just an overall better track, in my opinion.
And this is another one of them tracks that I was like first introduced to when I started getting into ICP. Not that I was around during Dog Beats, you know, but it was one of them tracks. This is one of those tracks I could play at the bowling alley when I DJ'd during like family time, because it was censored, you know?
Yeah.
It was censored. So
right.
I could play that shit and people wouldn't like be like, you played a song that said shit or fuck, you know?
Right.
So I could get by with Dog Beats, and I loved it. And the fucking George Clinton shit and the bow wow wow yippee yo yippee. I fucking loved Snoop Dogg during that time. Anyway, so I was like, Dog Beats, this fucking dope. I like this. And then seeing Inner City Posse at the Super Gathering, that like really solidified everything with this track, you know?
Fuck yeah.
It was such a great time. Definitely. Dog Beats. I love Santa's Fat Bitch. Do not get me wrong.
Classic.
That is like probably their best Christmas song. But Dog Beats, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say the same thing. Definitely their best Christmas song, because they've done a few over the years, but that one right there is just super classic.
Yep.
All right. To wrap it up, we got off Volume 1, Witching Hour, featuring Misery, going up against Mental Warp, which was a hidden track on the XXX rated cover of Tunnel of Love.
Yeah.
And Witching Hour, damn, I would, if I would have put together like a top 10 or a top 20 ICP songs Witching Hour is going to make that list more than likely. I know Mental Warp. People love Mental Warp. For me, it never connected. I just don't like that song.
You don't like it
I
at all?
of all the songs on both these albums, that's by far the weakest song and the only song that I don't like on Forgotten Freshness.
Wow, dude.
I know. It's so weird because I know everybody loves it.
That is weird. That's very weird to me. Like, for real. I mean, I love Witching Hour with Misery, but Mental Warp was like one of them fucking mindfuck songs by ICP with the fucking music in the background, the whole fucking thing about staring at the ceiling, the roof has a face, it's telling me I don't belong with the human race. The whole fucking lyrics to that song are fucking insane and warped and fucked up, and it's what I appreciated about ICP. He was like, yeah, you're gonna say Insane Clown Posse, this fucking track is fucking crazy.
Right.
Mental Warp, fuck, that song is so, I love that song.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't.
It's like a fucking nightmare. You listen to that song, I mean, man, the fucking lyrics in that song. I mean, compared to, Witching Hour also,
It's a great fucking song.
The fucking song was amazing too. Time is over, death devout. Dude, and Violent J's, time for you homeboy to suck a new dick. Well, maybe not that one. Time for your girlfriend to suck a new dick. Something like that. I mean, there's so much truth in both of those. I don't know. To me, so much truth to what I feel like in the stories that I play in my head.
Yeah.
Where I can like make sense out of the shit in life. It's hard to explain. I mean, you listen to a song like Mental Warp and you're like, well, what do you think about that song? How did it make you feel?
Right.
It would be a very interesting panel,
Right.
Maybe I'll do that, Do I have 5 people in the chat that would like to participate in that song? Would you like to participate in that? And we'll do a panel and explain Mental Warp, because that's a fucked up song.
It is a fucked up song. Like I know, like, the lyrics behind it and all that is definitely one of their darker songs, but for me, it just never connected. And Witching Hour, they kind of went into Misery's work. They kind of met in the middle with Misery on their styles and storytelling. Close your eyes, hold your breath, release the stress, let it out. There's nothing left because you're facing death. And that production from Mikey Clark is fucking fire.
Dude, yeah, dude. I fucking love both of these tracks. And I was saying before, man, when these 2 tracks go head to head, it's going to be a fucking hard fucking choice for me.
It could be the determination factor, because looking at our scores right now, you're going to go with Mental Warp, yes?
I'm not positive at this point. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
So, but looking at the scores, while you think about it, looking at the scores right now, these last 2 tracks could be the deciding factor on who wins this battle tonight, because this right here, what you decide, will decide who wins it between us 2 or not.
All right. Well, I got to go with Mental Warp.
Mental Warp.
Yeah.
All right. So final score from Rombone and Scotty 2 Balls. I scored it 5-5. Dead even between volume 1 and 2. Scotty 2 Balls scored Forgotten Freshness 4, Forgotten Freshness 2 6. And Mental Warp was that last one to get Forgotten Freshness 2 the victory.
Absolutely, man.
Yes,
hell yeah, man. So it's going to be awesome to see Mike and Cisnat go at it, and you'll get to hear clips of these songs.
Shout out to Studio 17 and Brooklyn Menace.
Yeah, don't just listen to the clips. Listen to the entire tracks, especially Mental Warp. Now that I'm thinking about it, go listen to that fucking track. It's fucking crazy. It needs a music video, but Brooklyn Menace should fucking direct it for sure.
Yes, sir.
But Scotty Balls and Rome Bone, we're gonna duck out of here. We're what? Tie? Is it a tie?
Forgotten Freshness 1 or Forgotten Freshness 2 won by 1 point.
1 point.
Yep.
All right, so it's pretty fucking close, man.
It is.
So
shout out to Studio 17 in Brooklyn Menace again. We'll be back next week. Much love.
Yeah, we'll see what Mike and Siznak have to fucking say. Much love. Till next fucking Friday.
Peace.
Peace.